You know how fast you were going?
What? How fast you were going?
I don't know. 10?
8.
Be advised, this is an explicit podcast, so if you're easily offended, get your panties twisted into a knot, turn this off before you get butthurt and mad, start to cry, have to run to your safe space. All opinions are those of the host and his guest and do not reflect the opinions of any government agency. Welcome, MOTORCOP Chronicles Podcast. I'm your host, Iceman. Sorry for that little delay. I got sidetracked reading over my news story for this episode. Be me, myself, and I in the clubhouse. No guest. Trying to do that every other week. Give you a little shorter episode. I know sometimes, I've heard from some people. I know some of the longer ones, an hour and a half, 2 hours, are a little more difficult to listen to, so try to do a short one here and there every other week or so. Doing my best at it anyway. So let's get this shit started. Just some shit that happened this past week and stuff. I got to the point where I realized I was old and stuff would happen, and I'm like, oh, I can talk about it on the podcast. And then recording time comes around and my old ass and forgot what the hell I wanted to talk about whatever subject. So I went and bought myself a notebook, and when the shit happens, I write it down. So my sometimers don't mess it up and I forget the stuff that's going to happen. Also, a lot of shit goes on, and you just forget about certain little things. So let's get this started. This happened on we're starting Monday. Of course, I was working a school zone, being a tot, and Wheezy, my lieutenant, take turns working 2 different school zones. So you work 2 weeks on a school zone, and then you get a week off. We rotate them out. My week in this one particular school zone, I had doing some escorts Saturday, and so I rode my bike home. So I rode my bike to work Monday morning and went straight to the school zone. So I'm sitting out there on my motor, all my emergency lights, the blue and red lights, flashing on. They're extremely bright. And I'm sitting there watching, I'm like, this car's going really fast in this 45-mile-an-hour school zone. So, me being bored, because this particular school zone I worked at, you really don't have to direct any traffic. We're there just to slow people down. And so I pulled my LiDAR out, my laser, and started clocking people. Remember what I just said. I'm sitting there with all my emergency lights on the shoulder of the road. Just not hidden, nothing. I'm just sitting on the shoulder with all my lights on. Well, I still started pulling people over. The first 2 I stopped, I got at 62 miles an hour in the 45-mile-an-hour school zone. Yes, I wrote some tickets, because, that's what I do. But I'm like, what you gonna do, go fight me in court? I'm sitting on the shoulder of the road with all my emergency lights on. Either you just have no respect for the law or don't care, or you got your head so far stuck in your cell phone or up your ass you didn't even see me. So I just stupid. It's stupid. When you do shit like that, you just want a ticket. School zone tickets are typically more expensive than the regular tickets also. So good luck to them individuals that I wrote tickets to running traffic with all my emergency lights on. Then same day later on, I dispatch, keys up, calls me and the tot. And a civilian called and complained on Parish Road, local road. Well, I had been down this road before. Well, a big old smile comes across my face at this point, because this particular road they're sending me to write tickets on, and they know, the sheriff knows, my bosses know, I get dispatched to a traffic speeding complaint. Every single person I pull over will be issued at least one citation. There will be no warnings given. This particular road is 20 miles an hour. Now it's extremely residential, not very wide. It's a small road, but it's 20 miles an hour. I'll make a few stops. The first guy I stop is doing like 40 approximately, and I don't exactly remember what. I think most of them were around 40, 30, 37 to 40. First guy I stopped, he's driving under suspension. So, okay, here we go. It's going to be one of these times. So I took care of my business, did everything I had to do with that, and got out there and working on the next one. The next one I stopped, like I said, everybody was doing about the same speed. The next one I stopped, he's never had a driver's license, and he has a freaking bench warrant out for his arrest for a green leafy substance, some marijuana. He failed to go to court on the charge, so now he's got a bench warrant out for him. So, of course, I can't transport. The shift lieutenant came over. He ended up taking a guy in. He said, "Look, don't worry about it. I'll do the paperwork on it," which they're going to get the stat for the arrest. So, I mean, I don't care. It helps them out or whatever. But yeah, so this guy went bye-bye on his bench warrant. I think he was in his girlfriend's car or something. We called her. She sent somebody over. They picked her car up and took it so we didn't have to tow the car. I mean, it is her fault, because I'm sure she knows he didn't have a driver's license, but, not going to be a total dick. And the third one, pull over again. This guy has a driver's license, but not on his person, because I verified it was good, and he has an unconfirmed insurance, which in the state of Louisiana, I could have towed his car for not having proof and it being unconfirmed from the state, but I didn't do it. He had I'm talking about a whole bunch of expired ones, so there's a good chance that he had it. And I wasn't gonna put the felon that much of a bind. He did get 2 tickets for no driver's license on person and the speeding offense, of course. We haven't been called back out there for that entire week, because that's how it usually happens. Next thing, I'm gonna go on this little thing. Fucking school buses. I'm driving down the road, and a school bus pulls out on the right-hand side of the road, directly in front of me, crosses the right-hand lane, crosses the left-hand lane, and then goes into another turn lane. These motherfucking school bus drivers think because they drive a school bus, they just do whatever the fuck they want to do. Like, it's just magic. Like, cars will magically just stop and not hit you because you're on the big magic school bus or something. Well, it's not magic, people. Fucking school bus drivers need to pay attention And it's not going to hurt you to wait that extra 15 seconds or 10 seconds for traffic to go by you so you can safely pull out. Thank God I was paying attention and I wasn't driving out with my head up my ass or on the cell phone or something like that and smashed into this bus. So, I mean, you got people's children on the bus. Pay more attention. I mean, you saved half a second, really, and almost caused me to wreck. Had to slam my brakes on because it was close. I mean, what the fuck? Come on, school bus driver. Supposed to be professionals, right? Well, drive like it then. Because you are not driving like it. So that was kind of my Monday. Typical Monday. Like I said, one thing I do like about law enforcement, you never know what the fuck you're going to be doing from day to day. Let's move on to the next day. Me and the Todd are out. Oh, I'm saying we were out on our bikes working, just enjoying it. Last week's weather, for the most part, until you got into the afternoon, was just phenomenal, beautiful, mid-70s, no humidity, breeze. It was freaking just great riding weather. And if any of you listeners from South Louisiana, you know we don't get many days like that. It's usually either it's hot with freaking humidity out the ass or it's cold. One of the two. That's our season. It's hot and cold. We don't get just rights too many. We were out working. We went to one of my favorite spots we have. This guy lets us use his driveways, his big horseshoe driveway. Just ginormous oak trees, shade. Like I said, perfect concrete driveway. Great area to work in. So we pull over and we decide. I said, "Come on, let's break some tickets," because I'm all about the ticket writing. So I pull over a car. She is doing 54 and a 40, which is 14 over. Well, you know, like I guess I don't know what company some people may have with them, Syntest or some company like that. Anyway, people at uniform people, like for plants and other places, they rent uniforms, and a lot of these people have their nicknames put on these shirts. Well, this lady, I walked up and I explained to her. I said, "Man, pulled you over in 54 and 40, driver's license, insurance, registration, blah blah blah." She hands me her stuff, and I just looked at her shirt, and I said, "Oh," I said, "So you're a diva, huh?" "Yes, I am." I said, "Well," she says, "I am every day. That's my name." Well, I looked at her driver's license, and yep, her parents gave her the name. Her name was really Diva. So she was a nice lady. But I looked at her, I said, "Well, nobody can tell you to stop being a diva, can they? Because you're just one all the time. You are the diva." So I did pull over to Diva, wrote her a ticket. She either had really cool parents or really high parents at the time. I guess that is to be determined on that. Another one, same area, same time of the day. Pulled over this woman, clocked her 74 and a 40. Passed an 18-wheeler, double yellow line, slams on her fucking brakes. This 18-wheeler almost rear-ended this woman at 40-something miles an hour. Anyway, she comes back. I explained to her why I pulled her over. The speeding. The passing in a no passing zone. She hands me her information and proceeds to look at me in my face and tells me that I need to hurry up and write her ticket because she's in a hurry. I just look at her and I'm like, okay. Well, when you tell me to hurry up and write a ticket, I'll go back to my vehicle, my motorcycle, whatever I'm on that certain day, and I'm going to write so slow. It's like I'm still learning how to write in the first grade. Because usually I can get you out of there in about 3 or 4 minutes handwriting the ticket. She's going to sit there for about 8 because I wrote like I was illiterate, slow, writing this ticket. course, I gave her a ticket, and she snatched it, and she drove off, pissy. Whatever, I mean, obviously you're in a hurry, or you wouldn't be driving the fucking way you are. And I guarantee you, whatever she was doing was not that fucking important to almost get yourself killed over driving like a fucking idiot. But she's in a hurry. I don't know. Maybe fucking, I don't know, the dollar store was going to run out of Cokes or something. Fuck, I don't know. But she was in a hurry for something. I don't know why she was in such a hurry. She wasn't even all the way dressed yet. She had her clothes on, but her hair was still in the back seat. So I don't know how fucking much of a hurry she could be in. Leave earlier. I tell people all the time, well, what's the hurry? Leave earlier. It's your fault if you're running late. Unless there's a crash somewhere. But 99% of the time, it's because you fucking left late. So, we're going to get to the next story. Just spouting them out here. People always bitch. People always bitching about traffic cops. I've heard it a million times. They tell us, oh, why are you pulling me over? You're always fucking with the working man. You're doing this. Yeah. Why don't you go catch real criminals? You just out here messing with people trying to get their money. Go find the real criminals. Yep. I'm sure most if I have any law enforcement people, I'm sure they've heard it 100 times if they work any type of traffic. Always mess with the working man. Go arrest the real criminals, not just people with speeding. Well, we're out there outside. Me, Tot, and Kirby. We're waiting on Squidward to get there. Squidward. Bam's always correcting me. I say it wrong. Well, we were sitting there just waiting. Well, Kirby's bored. He stopped. He's just checking seatbelts. Well, he stops this female for no seatbelt. Pulls her over, makes a stop, calls his information and stuff in. Well, in the gizmo, when you run a driver's license, if you have an active warrant in that area, it will alert and say, well, he ran her driver's license through the ticket writer, and it dings and it alerts. Yeah. Well, this lady, girl, whatever you want to fucking call her, she was young. She's in her 20s. But this lady or whatever got stopped for not wearing a seatbelt. She had a whole freaking felony warrant out for her arrest for kidnapping. Well, sounds like a real criminal got caught. She wouldn't got caught if some traffic cop just wouldn't have pulled her over for not having a seatbelt on, huh? Nope. So to all you people out there that always say, why don't you go catch the real motherfuckers? We are catching real criminals. Because for some reason, real criminals that know to have shit on them, they don't know how to obey the simple fucking traffic law. So yes, a lot of drugs, a lot of warrants, and a lot of cases are cleared up from the simple fact of some cop pulling somebody over for a burnout taillight or, fucking license plate light not working or speeding. A lot of cases, a lot of drugs and everything else gets arrested and cleared up just because of a simple traffic stop. So, all you people that are always saying that, fuck y'all. Proof right there that we are catching real criminals. All right, I'm going to take a little short break here for a second, and we're going to come right back. Do we have any sponsors? Do I have a sponsor? Do I? Do you might know if I have a sponsor or not? I hope y'all enjoyed the sponsor, the crickets. So we can go fishing with the crickets. Catch us some delicious fish to fry. All right, we're going to come back. We're going to start with this news article. As most of y'all know, I usually stay non-political and out of all the bullshit and stuff like that. But I just read this shit this morning. I was like, really? This was in Louisiana. It says NFAC protest in Lafayette over the police shooting of Trayford Pellerin ends peacefully. Which is bullshit, because I'm about to read the story from CNN. So the protest organized by the Black paramilitary group and attended by several community groups ended peacefully Saturday in Lafayette, Louisiana, despite the arrest of one person who police say accidentally fired a weapon at the event. The leader of NFAC, which is the Not Fucking Around Coalition, which the Not Fucking Around Coalition, had that incident not too long ago where they had accidental discharge and 3 of their own motherfuckers were shot. Stop fucking around with the guns and you stop shooting each other. They claiming that the person that accidentally fired the shot was not part of their group. That's what they said last time, too. Oh, that person wasn't part of the group. Said more than 400 armed demonstrators with this NFAC came to the city to protest the death of Trayford Pellerin, the 31-year-old who was fatally shot by police in August. The leader of the group said they also decided to go to the southern Louisiana city after seeing a Facebook post allegedly from U.S. Representative Clay Higgins, who represents the 3rd District. If y'all don't know who Clay Higgins is, get on YouTube and check him out from when he was a deputy. Yeah, he don't fuck around either. So you'll see his videos and stuff. I think he's a stand-up motherfucker. It says the post had been deleted, included photos of black armed demonstrators, and warned that if such protesters came to Lafayette, he would drop 10 of you where you stand. Supposedly. That's what it said. If you show yourselves aggressively natured and armed in my presence in my neighborhood where I work, anywhere close enough to put my family or my fellow citizens in danger, that's where your journey will end, the post reportedly said. CNN attempted to contact Higgins at his office and were unsuccessful. Ahead of the NFAC's arrival in Lafayette, leader John J. Fitzgerald Johnson, who goes by the name of Grandmaster J, posted a video on YouTube September 29th from speaking on the phone with Higgins, who suggested that the two men should meet. At the end of the video, after he said he finished the sale, Johnson said what viewers were witnessing was important. A sitting congressman has had to apologize to Black Power. I don't think agreeing to meet with somebody is an apology. And I don't know Clay Higgins personally, but I know enough about him. He's not going to apologize for something that he didn't do. Higgins posted on his verified Facebook page KATC article quoting a statement from him in which he said he did not apologize. Wow, I just read that, and I said that before I read it. He also called off the meeting with Johnson after the NFAC leader posted the video of their conversation online saying Johnson burned the olive branch. Saturday's march took place peacefully. No one was injured when someone near the protest accidentally discharged a firearm and the person was taken into custody. I don't know what the Lafayette Consolidated Government is. I ain't never heard of that. The group of more than 400 armed demonstrators was about to begin march when a crew heard 2 to 3 bangs. Well, an accidental discharge is not 2 or 3 shots. An accidental discharge is one bullet. One bullet. So, trying to get me to believe that this shit was an accidental discharge? Bullshit. An accidental discharge is one shot unless you find a fully automatic weapon. And if they had a fully automatic weapon, that would be illegal also. So, one shot's accidental. 2 or 3 shots, that's not accidental. Then they saying that Peller's death, along with police killings of other black people, including George Floyd, blah, 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 is over racial injustice and police brutality. We're exercising our constitutional rights, and the color of our skin should make any difference. I don't know if that had anything to do with them accidentally firing a gun. We are the response. We are not the incident. He said we are the response to repeated incidents for the response of repeated injustice. Of course, they were out there protesting this black guy that got shot because he tried to enter a convenience store holding a knife where they had other innocent civilians in. So the cops, I'm not getting into the whole story. They tried tasing him. You can go watch the videos and all that other shit. My point is, if they wouldn't have shot him and he would have went to the store and harmed civilians or stabbed or killed somebody, they'd blame the cops for not shooting him. The cops shot him, now they're blaming the cops for shooting him. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. That's all I got to say about that. Grandmaster Jay said he is all about empowerment and unity and dedication to each other. They have constitutional rights that you can exercise without just meaningless violence. Everybody in the United States that's here legally and obviously illegally has constitutional rights. I don't know anybody who's ever said that no one does, or a certain group of people don't have it. We all have civil rights, constitutional rights. We all have that. So anyway, that's that. This story's a little bit long, still going on. I'm not going to read the whole entire thing. My point is, they're saying that they hear 2 or 3 shots, not accidental. The second time they've had accidental discharges go off. Second time he said, "Oh, these people are not part of our group because, according to this guy, they have all trained military type whatever." I done watched all the videos and listened to all the shit. These motherfuckers were trained by the military. I don't know. They must have been trained at the Tonkatoy Military Academy because half of them don't know what the fuck they're doing. I've been handling guns since I think I got my first shotgun when I think I was like 8. It's not hard. You don't put your finger on a trigger. If your weapon's loaded, keep it on safe if you know what the fuck you're doing. I mean, it's not that difficult. To have that accidental discharge, 2 or 3 of them, that's bullshit. Bunch of untrained motherfuckers that they trying to claim isn't. So, the only thing we're happy about is nobody got killed, at least, because if you do have somebody that done fired off a couple rounds, you got all these other motherfuckers out there with all these guns. Thank God nobody had any sympathetic fires or something like that where they hear gunshots and they just start shooting. That could have went all kind of fucked up ways right there. So I'm going to get off it. Like I said, I try to stay non-political. I just read that and I'm like, really? Fucking an accidental discharge and 2 or 3 bullets? No. I'm just tired of all the fucking some of these news media's lies and fucking way you try to twist shit around and stuff like that. So fuck it. That's my opinion on it. If you got your own opinion on it, good for you. That's why we all have constitutional rights. So let's get on to the Dumb Fuck of the Week award. And no, it wasn't that guy who accidentally, supposedly misfired 2 or 3 times. The Dumb Fuck of the Week award goes to when I have the road blocked, 2 entire lanes. I have the road shut down. And motherfuckers want to try to drive around you because you had the road shut down. It's like, well, I didn't know why, what the fuck, you think I pulled up here and just said, you know what, this is a good place to fucking park. Let me just take my lunch break here, right in the middle of the fucking road. Just block the road to inconvenience everybody. No, actually, I had this road blocked for a fucking reason. And it's not for you to go around me. Because if you that fucking stupid, go turn your driver's license in, draw you one in crayon, and use that to drive around because you're fucking stupid. Don't drive lights. I'm just going to drive around the cop in the road. I just didn't know what was going on. If I wanted you to know what's going on, I'd have fucking emailed you. I'd have called you or sent you a text message, okay? Just stay in your fucking car. If you don't like it and you're that goddamn much of in a hurry, turn around and go another way. We had the roadblock for like 6 minutes because of this big ass wide load coming up the wrong way on the fucking one-way street. You gonna go around me? When was you gonna get to fucking back up? This big fucking thing that took up all the lanes and the shoulder. I had the road, the cops or firemen, whoever, got the roadblock for a reason. Have some patience, people. I don't know where the fucking general public's patience has went to, but nobody has any patience. Everybody's in a hurry. It's me all the time. It's like, what the fuck, Walmart's gonna run out of something again? Is there another toilet paper shortage? I mean, what the fuck? Slow the fuck down. Bam's always saying I'm stuck in the 80s. Well, I love the fucking 80s because everything moved a whole lot fucking slower back then. To me, life was a whole lot easier and a whole lot more enjoyable. But not now. Everybody's in a hurry. Everybody's me. Then, I don't have any more dates wrote down or stuff like that. I remember this one. We're working traffic with us and Kirby and Squidward. And he pulls an older lady over, probably in her, I don't know, mid-60s, not super old. Well, you can tell she's a realtor. See her name tag, signs, all that stuff like that. Well, I don't know all what was going on, but I guess Kirby decided he wasn't going to write her a ticket and give her a break. Well, I was standing by my motorcycle. I forget what I was doing. But I guess she was looking for her insurance card or something in her vehicle. Well, she pops back out of her vehicle. She's standing up. She comes back out. Well, fucking Kirby's so stupid. I look, he fucking ducks down on the other side of her car, like where she can't see him. And she said, "Where'd he go?" I say, "He's right over there." And pointing the direction where he's at. So she starts walking around there. This stupid motherfucker is out. Good thing he's short, 'cause he squatted down and he like goes on the other side of the car where she can't find him. It does this shit like twice. He's hiding from her. So finally he pops up and, he says, "Look, ma'am, everything's good and we'll give you a break." Tells her he's going to give her a break just to slow down. And then she starts crying. Why? She was crying for happiness. Just so happy she's getting a break. Wheezy was there. Wheezy's like, "Ma'am, you need to stop crying. You're going to make me come buy a house from you." I think she started crying harder. Oh, yeah. But fucking Kirby is hiding. I wish I could video some of this shit. I wish I could have some of this shit on video and let y'all watch it. This dude, motherfucker, playing hide and go seek with his fucking violator. Back and forth for a few minutes. So it was quite funny. We were out there. Most of the time, there's 4 of us. And it's funny. It's like, how fast that way? Like, they tried to, I pulled one over. I'm like, I said, "Nope, that one's mine." So, I think we did pretty good that day. I think we sat in that one spot between all 4 of us. I think we probably wrote 10 tickets within 30, 40 minutes, not more. I did see the list get handed to our IT guy for my ticket writing gizmo. My name was top on the list. I did Thursday. I got myself a brand new LiDAR, straight out the box, 0 miles on it at the time. I was excited, happy. I like getting new toys. I already had a LiDAR, but this was brand spanking new. I love getting my new toys. Tell you what, Friday though, I usually try to give truck drivers a little more leniency than I do the cars, the 4-wheelers as they call them. Because if they get too many tickets on their record, they can lose their CDL license or Class A license. They won't be able to drive. Thus, they can't make any money for their family. So I try to give them a little more leniency than I do the cars. It seemed like for a while, for the most part, they most truck drivers were courteous and professional. I don't know what the fuck happened to you, motherfucker. I'm on my way home Friday, minding my own fucking business, sitting in traffic. listening. I forget which podcast I was listening. I was listening to somebody's podcast, and this fucking big flatbed 18-wheeler just come flying up, cuts me. I mean, just right in front of me. I thought he was about to rip the whole fucking front of my unit off. Like, hey, that stupid motherfucker. He's driving this shit like it's a vet. So I was fuming for a bit, but I let it pass. I woo-sawed. Well, probably not even half a mile up the road. That is girl in one of them little toaster oven cars. I don't know, them square Scions or something. Like a fucking toaster oven. Next thing I know, I look, it's a different truck. It's a fucking red, look like red Kenworth. Big tanker on it, but it said food grade material. So it might have been fucking milk or something from it. But this motherfucker just comes over and almost takes this poor girl out. I'm directly behind her. She's throwing her arms up in the air and everything else. I mean, she wasn't the brightest as it was. I mean, I could see she was on her fucking cell phone on and off. He was lucky that he didn't get a big fucking crash. So then I'm sitting there and I could see, like I said, traffic was thick. Everybody wants to go home on a Friday. And this fucking big 18-wheeler, he changed lanes like 6 times within a mile. The funny thing is about this is I never changed lanes. I just sat in my lane, creeping along, doing whatever we were doing. And about 3 or 4 or 5 miles up the road, guess what? I passed him up. Because all you fancy driving, I tell people all the time, just sit there. Just because the right-hand lane's moving faster than you are in the left lane, so you're going to jump out there and go, well, guess what? Now the fucking left-hand lane's moving. And I'm passing you back up. It makes no sense. You're just wasting your time taking a chance getting in more of a crash or something like that. Just sit there. Just wait. It'll start moving eventually unless it's just shut the fuck down for a bad crash. Have some patience, people. Find you some extra podcasts to listen to. Go back and listen to catch up on all of mine if you haven't. But just have some patience. You're going to get there. That 10 or 15 seconds you saving, or not even that much, by doing all your fancy dancy driving down the road, just gonna get you in a crash, gonna get you a ticket, or get you something like that. So that one is about all this week. Hopefully I'll get some pretty good stories this week. I have some old stories. I just don't want to tell them all the time. Gotta save something for upcoming stuff. Hopefully this next episode we'll have a guest on. I got a few people that want to come on and stuff. It's just nailing their asses down to get them on. So till next week, I hope I didn't disappoint you this week. I know one of the most exciting stories in the world, but always remember to smile, because the Iceman could be behind you.
I'm cranking up on the throttle.